West Georgia.
My name is Jasmine. I'm an intern here at the West Georgia Child Advocacy Center and a current student at the University of West Georgia.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariana and I'm the bilingual forensic interviewer and family advocate here at the West Georgia Child Advocacy Center.
And today I'm going to be asking Mariana some questions because she graduated from the University of West Georgia a year ago, and I'm curious to know what her experience at the university was like and how it led her to work in advocacy. So first, what inspires you to choose the University of West Georgia for your studies?
Yeah, so being a Cedartown native, I think I just wanted to stay close to home. Apart from hearing a bunch of wonderful things of the professors and the school itself, definitely I wanted to keep it close to home, and ever since being at UWG, they definitely made me feel like I was at home.
That's great. And what was your major, and how did it shape your path towards working here in advocacy?
Yeah, so I graduated with a bachelor's in psychology and a minor in criminology, and I definitely think that throughout my whole experience at UWG, being a psychology major, it definitely helped shape me in a way for me to understand the developmental needs for each child, definitely my critical thinking skills, and yeah, just a bunch of other great things that I learned being at the University of West Georgia.
I love that answer. And did you always know that you wanted to go into child advocacy, or did that interest grow over time at the University of West Georgia?
So definitely it grew over the time of me being at the University of West Georgia. I actually didn't know that child advocacy centers existed before my practicum class in my last semester. That's when I became an intern here, and I fell in love with the work as soon as I started. So definitely a little bit of both.
Okay. And what advice would you give to a UWG student who's thinking about working in child advocacy or a similar field?
I would say definitely taking the initiative to get yourself involved in the community that you're wanting to work for. It's huge that you're even here now as a sophomore. That's wonderful. And I think just getting involved with a bunch of the nonprofit organizations that there are surrounding a child victim and anything in child advocacy, I think that's huge. So you're doing an amazing job.
That's some great advice. Thank you. And can you tell me about your experience as an intern here? What were your responsibilities and what did you learn?
So my time here as an intern was amazing. I have nothing but great things to say about my time here as an intern. Some of my responsibilities, what I did was I observed a bunch of forensic interviews. I also stepped in as the family advocate when needed. And a huge part of my time here as well, it was for being bilingual and just being that bridge to our Hispanic families in the community. It's huge that we finally have someone in-house to be able to do those translation services for the families that were in need.
That's great. Your role is very important. So what helped you stand out as an intern and eventually led you to be hired full-time?
So I think definitely that a huge part of it was me being bilingual. Like I said, it was a huge thing for when I started as an intern. We finally had someone in-house to be able to have that service and not having to call someone in to do that. Also, I just think being super inquisitive. I was always asking for trainings, always asking to shadow people, always asking to do something. So I definitely think the initiative of being inquisitive and definitely just being bilingual. So.
Great. And what do you enjoy most about your current position, and what are some of the biggest challenges?
So my favorite thing about my current position is the direct services that I'm able to provide to the families that I see, both as a child and family advocate and as a forensic interviewer. Just those direct moments that I'm having with the families that we see and the children that we see is my favorite part of it. I would say that the most challenging part is the secondary trauma that one might get, possibly the burnout. But I definitely think that that's the biggest challenge in this field.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And how do you handle the emotional demands of working in child advocacy on a day-to-day basis?
Self-care. Self-care is huge in this field. What I do in my free time is I like to take my pet on a walk. Sometimes I like to go hiking. Definitely just getting out there. That's the way that I deal with everything that I see on a day-to-day basis, my emotional needs. Just self-care as well. You know, I go get my nails done, things of that nature. So just a little bit of shopping, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So.
Self-care is definitely important. And how do you continue to learn and grow in your role even after transitioning out of school?
Professional development. That's my favorite thing about this job as well. I'm able to attend a bunch of different trainings. I just recently got to attend the 41st International Symposium in Huntsville. So that was a great experience, and it was definitely one of the highlights of this year this far.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. All of your answers were very helpful.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you for talking to me today. Let's go up.